Hello and welcome to all you Aries people for your yearly forecast for 2016. I see that the lightning is not perfect, but I hope you forgive me. Now, what is going on for you Aries people in 2016? Well, very strong, I think. Very strong, and also on a level of, let's say, on a level of ideas, on an intellectual level as well. It's time of exploring your opinions and being a strong communicator. But let's start with the most important thing, which is what is the very slow planets. What are they doing? Well, for those Aries people who've got planets between let's say planets between 17 up until 22, 23 degrees of Aries. But it's a general forecast, of course, but for those in particular, you will feel Uranus the most. So it's still, for all you Aries people, a very good time to be you. A very good time to, I'm not going to say the rebel, but to look at what you want in life, and whether that is a relationship. And you are at a time of your life where you could say, look, it's better not to have a relationship than just one that is a bit like that. Because you've got Uranus in your sign. You actually don't really need one, if you could say. But for those who are in a relationship, be aware that you can be a bit more, it's my way or the highway. Aries people are very individualistic already in itself, whether it is a sun in Aries or a moon in Aries or an ascendant. And these are general traits, of course. So be aware that you can find your freedom, yes, but be aware that in relationship, in a relationship, it's not always my way or the highway. So it can mean that there is a bit of struggle there, but if there are relationships that are not working for you this year, you will, and especially for those people who've got planets there, you will not cope with that anymore. So if you are in a very negative relationship, if you are in a relationship where you say, look, this is all about the other person, I'm not gaining anything out of this, it won't work anymore, because Uranus is saying, like, come on Aries people, it's time to be unusual, it's time to be yourself, it's time to not stay in a rut. That's basically it. So you still got, it's very good for exploring, it's very good for being you, it's very good for expressing yourself, and you're not going to be the most boring person on the planet, on the contrary. So take that Uranus with you and use it for making changes in levels or areas of your life where you see this is, I'm holding on to something that I know is already dead. So that's basically it. Now Pluto is of course also still very strong for you in your 10th house. And especially those of you who have planets between, let's say, 14 up until 17, 18 degrees of Aries, they're going to feel Pluto in a square to your sun sign at work. So it's a bit the same. Be your own boss, you could almost say, when it comes to work. I don't mean to say that you need to have your own company. No, it can also mean that you work for someone, but working for someone who gives you your own authority, who is okay with it, that they say, okay, you do what I want results here, but I'm not going to say how you need to get to those results. You figure it out yourself. That's the best attitude a boss can have for you during 2016. So take your own power, take your own strength when it comes to work. Don't be afraid of it, because Pluto is sometimes showing that you're afraid of showing your own authority when it comes to work. So maybe when it comes to work, for some Aries people as well, some drastic changes. But again, Pluto it's doing that because it wants something that suits you better. So all very important key areas of your life. Now the other things that are going on in 2016, the new things actually, is Saturn and Jupiter. Now this is for the mutable signs. You're not a mutable sign. So it means that for you it won't be that hard to take it into balance, because Saturn is the realist, and Jupiter and Neptune are the idealists. So whenever you have some ideas, and I mean really ideas and about your work, about your health, mental health, physical health, if you've got ideas there that are very much to improve your health, to improve your work, don't only sit with the ideas, also do something about it. But I think you're an Aries, you're ruled by Mars. I don't think that will be too hard for you. And because Saturn is in your 9th house, and Saturn is the realist, so it wants to make things real. And so if you implement both energies, in other words, if you have a dream, very good, but also you can make it real now. And especially you, because you are a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs are known for they want things to happen in their life. That's because you are a cardinal sign. So a lot of energy as from March up until August in your 9th house. And that is a house of publication, foreign countries. It's a house of opinions, learning, higher learning, connection with the divine. All these areas, it's very good to focus on that during that time. And to start something new. So maybe starting to travel a bit more, maybe starting to study a bit more. But don't expect it to go very smoothly. Expect it, put effort into it. If you do that, day by day, effort, day by day, which is not always easy for an Aries. I talk out experience. I have Moon in Aries, and that's pretty impulsive. But if you try to structure that house, you will gain from it the most. So you can gain from gaining more wisdom, gaining more knowledge, gaining more publicity, maybe gaining more connections with foreign people who are steady, who really can help you out in a very strong way. Now Jupiter is in your 6th house so there is the expansion, and the North Node is there as well, which is also expansion. So you can really grow tremendously when it comes to maybe a change of another work, another job, maybe an improvement of health as well. Could be the case with Jupiter and the North Node there. And it's trining Pluto in your 10th. This is amazing. The best aspect for you Aries people is this aspect. Jupiter in a trine to Pluto. Because they are in work houses. They are in houses of the practical side of your life, and Jupiter and Pluto, it's a good combo. It is about maybe financially you are going to improve, maybe you are going to get more work, but that you feel very meaningful and that you feel very empowered by it. So what you do is very powerful when it comes to work in 2016, and it means growth, expansion there. So, last but not least, Juno, a little asteroid, is in Scorpio almost throughout the whole year, except from November and December. What does it mean? It's in your 8th house. Now, Juno is a little asteroid which is all about commitment, and it's all about fairness. So, having that in your 8th house means that you're going to commit yourself maybe a little bit more to someone on a deeper level, on an intimate level, which is good. You're going to trust more. Which is also good, because then you will life will go a little bit easier on you if you're someone who's very distrustful, and you can have your reasons there, but you're working on this, and it can also mean that you get more value from other people. People will see you more. Isn't that good? So not a bad year in general, of course, for 2016. I hope you have a good year. Many thanks to all of you who have supported me in 2015. Thank you so much for all the subscribing and commenting, ordering readings and all of that. Keep on doing that. And I wish you a very strong year. It's going to be a strong year, you Aries people, you warriors out there. You like that, don't you? So keep it up. Thank you for watching, and see you next year. Bye-bye.